All right, folks, welcome to our webinar. And we're going to have our instructor, Takis Diamopoulos, is going to be talking to us about his methods of trading using the MetaTrader platform. It's going to be a PowerPoint. He's going to show us some live charts. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat window, and I will direct him to answer your questions as they come up. So let me just see by a show of hands, can you guys hear us? I just want to make sure that you can hear us and see the screen. Just type into the chat window real quick that you can do so, that the volume is coming through good. Thank you, Andreas. Okay. And Bruce, thank you. All right, excellent. So we have got volume and we can see your screen. I'm going to turn the screen over to Takis, and then he will get us started. Again, thank you guys for attending, taking time out of your schedule to sit with us here today. And keep checking our webinar schedules. We'll be seeing more from instructors like Takis, so we keep you guys informed and educated here at AMP Global EU. All right, I'm turning it over to Takis. You should be able to see his screen. Okay, Takis, you are on stage.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Thank you. Well, welcome everybody to a webinar hosted by AMP Global. Today we're going to talk about trading with Weis Wave with Speed Index, part 1. We're going to see the methodology and some trading examples. But before we do that, let me just say a few words about me. Who am I? I'm just a regular guy. I studied electrical engineering and some technology management. I'm a multiple sources of income person. I like trading a lot. I'm trading for the last 10 years. And I have basic to medium skills in programming, so I'm not a developer, even though I have developed these indicators. I'm not a real developer. So why I created this indices? Well, the reason being I have lost a lot of money trying different indicators, EAs. Then I decided to create my own. And knowing that nothing moves without volume and fascinated by David Weis' theory, I decided to focus on that theory and try to make it easy. So what I created is I created a Weis Wave, which is very popular all over. But I added the speed index, which is very powerful. And I also created the Weis peep wave, which measures actually the distance, the cumulative distance of the price move. We will see later on. So the target of this webinar is to teach you how to read and analyze the market using these simple tools. Many people preach, as you know, trade the breaks. Other people preach, do not trade the breaks. Or when this line crosses the line, this line do this. When this indicator shows this, then do this, and stuff like that, blah, 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 blah. So do all this stuff work? Well, the correct answer is sometimes. But what is the success rate? Most of the time, not so good. Mechanical stuff. You're not able to read the market. So let's see what information, first of all, every trader has. Price, volume, and time. That's the information we all have. What we do not have is we're missing the inside information that large institutions might have. So how do we find out what these guys are doing? Well, let's see. Reading the market. How are we going to read the market? One way is to combine price, volume, time together with the rest, which is fib, support, and resistance. To take a decision to go long or short, do not look what the market is doing now. Not only that, look left. Look at the recent history and be patient. And the reason, you need to understand what is going on. Not trade just because the price has reached fib or has reached support or whatever. If you do not understand what is going on, be patient. Just wait for the price together with volume to reveal what large institutions are doing. So remember, always look left and read the chart from left to right. Let me continue. So we're going to use these three indicators: Weis Wave with speed index, Weis PIB wave, and the regular volume indicator. These indicators will identify what institutions are doing and when they're active. And if we're able to analyze this stuff properly, we will have a much better probability for a winning trade. So these tools that I will show you, they will not tell you when to buy or when to sell, for the simple reason that the markets are continuously changing. So you need to understand what is happening the last few days, the last few hours, in order to have an edge of what is going to happen in the future and be able to forecast properly. Remember, institutions will distribute or accumulate for long periods of time, hours, days, sometimes weeks, because they need to absorb a large amount of orders. So if they do it fast, they will be easily identified. So you gotta be patient. So we got plenty of time to trade. Let's look at the tools. Weis PIB wave. What is that? It's just a cumulative histogram, this one here, which adds the price move. So if we have the chart above, we will see, for example, on these green bars, it's the move of the price from one point to the other. The green one is an up move, the red one is a down move. Weis Wave with speed index, on the other hand, is not adding the price, it's adding the volumes for this up move. It's a cumulative volume. This indicator has also, I have also incorporated the speed index. The speed index is, we will analyze it on the next webinar, but the speed index basically it measures the speed of the wave. It means it's a number and it means nothing by itself. It has to be compared with previous speed index numbers and the regular volume indicator that everybody knows from MT5. So our chart when trading will look something like this. So this is the price chart. This is the Weis PIB wave. This is the Weis wave. So here we're measuring the distance. So it's this distance here, cumulative. So we moved that far on this down wave. And here we're measuring on the Weis wave with speed index, we're measuring the volume needed. So we're adding all these volumes down here. So how do we decide on the swings? The best Weis wave should be taken into consideration that your swings must touch the highs and lows of these waves. Okay, let's look then. So here I have displayed the speed index numbers on these charts, as you can see. But with this indicator, with Weis Wave with speed index, you can display also the volume or the points or the pips, distance, or the number of bars. You can display all of them together. So why Weis Wave with speed index? Well, first, volume precedes price move. Second, nothing moves without volume. Nothing moves without volume. Volume waves are easier to read than individual volume bars. speed index identifies effort versus results. Able to read the chart and trade, and not just because an indicator says so. So it's important to be able to understand, combining these tools, what is going to happen. So the theory of Weis Wave is a modern adaptation of Wyckoff's method, calling. Are we live?
Oh, yes. Yes, we are. Everyone's listening.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the purpose of a Weis Wave is to identify basically three things. One, supply and demand. Which one is stronger? And this comes from volume. Second, a change in behavior. And third, effort versus result. And I will show you some examples of that. So the Weis Wave, as I said before, it adds the volume of a price move of a series of bars and creates a volume histogram. So let's look at the first concept, which is supply and demand. Okay, starting from the left, you will see that the down waves have more volume than the up waves. Okay, so this is all supply. The red ones are larger than the green ones. All right, and from that point on, demand is coming up. We see here the largest up volume wave for coming out in several days. The lines here, the cross lines here, the vertical lines are day separators. So each gap here is 1 day. This is a 1 hour chart. So this is where demand is coming out. So the green waves become much larger than the red ones. So demand has already overcome supply, and that's why we're going up. Let's look another example. Again, we were going up. The green waves are much larger than the red ones. Then we have the first red, significant red volume wave down. Then another up, but it's not that big. And we're going up, then we have another one. So from here on, we see the supply. And from this point on, we see a large wave, and I will explain later on what is not that large, but the continuation, it's much smaller down waves. So that's why we're having demand here. Then we are retesting this level down here, and we see another demand wave. So we're going up again. Remember that large institutions are retesting levels many times. Same thing happened here, and once more time here. So if you measure this time, it's 3 days. 3 days. We're going like that, and they retested this level after 3 days. So remember what I said from the beginning. You have plenty of time. Let's look what change in behavior means. Change in behavior is just a change from what we're doing now. We're trending down, and our down waves are higher than the up waves. So the first up wave with significant volume means a change in behavior. This is the largest up wave of the last 6 days. So this signifies a change in behavior. Okay, let's look at another example. Okay, again, we're going with supply. The red ones are bigger than the green ones, much bigger here. Then we see this decreasing supply, all right? After this decreasing supply, we see the first up wave, and this is the largest of the last 7 days. So this was euro, this is euro, Japanese yen, this chart. Okay, so that's a change in behavior. Now, let's talk a bit what is effort versus result. Well, basically it means that we got a lot of volume, but not a big price move. So what happens? Let me explain. I compare the volume waves against the peak waves. So we're going down here in this case, and we have an up volume wave, but without a significant move, as you can see. So in my way of trading, this is the first, most of the times is the first accumulation. Okay, we got volume, we got no price move because large institutions are absorbing orders. So people are selling here, but some other people are buying. So if you were able to see just the volume waves without the peak waves, this was not visible. Apart from that, we see the speed index, which is at 2.2, okay? The previous speed index is 0.9, 0.6. Okay, so we see also a change here. So we do a small move up, then we start going down again with huge volume, okay? But the price is not moving, it's not going anywhere. So what is this? This is accumulation again. They are accumulating on the downwards. This is what's happening. And the speed index is at 2.6, which is again high compared to this stuff here, 0.6, 0.9, 1.8, okay? Same story happened here, all the way to the left, okay? We have a 1.2 speed index and 1.8 and a 4.4. So on this up move, they were selling. That's why we didn't move much. And this is what happened. Boom, we went down. So basically what I will do, in order to confirm this, I will wait for the price to break a significant level. For example, in this case, this level here. So this will be a confirmation of my history of what was happening before. And as we can see, after this huge down wave, volume down wave, we have a large up wave. So if you were trading only with Weis Wave, you would see this volume down wave and you would think that it will go down. No, unfortunately, this was accumulation, even though the price went down, but it went very slow, and this is what speed index says. So high speed index means small wave. It means slow wave, and very small speed index means a fast wave. Let's look at another example. Let's look at this one. This is USG Swiss, and this is where accumulation is starting. Okay, we're going down. The red waves are larger. Okay, we start decreasing a bit. Then we get the first one, up wave, down here, volume wave, no move. Okay, that's accumulation. That's the first push up. Okay, then we're going down again. That's another one. Okay, that's another push up. So we're going down easily. Then we get demand, because with this volume, the price moved also, let's say, linearly. We don't have, the speed index is not too big. And then on the way down here, we would think that this is high down volume, okay, but it's actually more accumulation. And this is signified by this high speed index and this price move. So we're breaking up again. So I'm comparing the volume waves with the peak waves and the speed index. That's what I do most of the time. Many times I also use the volume bars individually to see if there is high volumes at the bottom. For example, here at that 4.7, look at the volumes down here. So this is accumulation. It's confirming also this. So after the break, for long. Some actual trading examples. Okay. Before I go to the trading examples, let me explain a bit my steps, what I do. First, I zoom out my chart and look left. Look at the waves. Look what's happening in the past, not now. I don't care what is happening so much now as what is happening in the past. And when I'm saying past, usually I'm trading 1 hour. So I'm looking at the last 3-4 days. Identify supply, demand, change in behavior, or effort versus result using the 2 indicators. Then find confluence. What I do is I wait for a confluence to happen also, either a fib or support, resistance, or fib or a pivot. Then I'll be patient and analyze what is happening after this, after number 2. After supply, demand, I will analyze what is happening after that. And wait for the reaction. Now, if the reaction agrees with my analysis, then I will enter. So that's the steps I'll take most of the time. And where I will trade, I'll just not trade just anywhere. I will trade on support, resistance, pivots, or Fibonacci retracements. Okay?
There's a question.
Yes.
There's a question. Bruce was asking, please explain what the speed index is in mathematical terms.
Well, that's a calculation which is calculating the volume against the move, against the price move, with something else, an algorithm that I created. And as I said before, it means nothing by itself. It has to be compared with previous speed indexes in order to understand the change in behavior and the effort versus result. And what I said before, it's a high speed index number compared to the previous ones, means a slow wave, means that the price had a hard time to get there, okay? And a low speed index number, it means a fast wave, means that the price moved very fast. So when does the price move very fast? Usually it moves very fast in 2 situations. One, during news, we see that many times. Second, can move very fast when it's backed up previous volumes with with huge volumes, but previous history. So we just explode. I don't know if I answered the question.
Yes, Bruce, did that answer the question? Let us know if that was pretty clear. He says no, it did not. I guess he's looking for
the mathematical question. I cannot give out my secret,
Right. Or maybe,
but there is mathematics behind it.
Right.
And as I said, as a number, it means nothing. Just compare it with what you see on the chart with the previous history to identify that something is happening. That's what it's saying. Okay, something is happening. What is happening? If it's a large number, the price is having a hard time to move up. If it's a low number, then the price is moving very fast. That's what it means.
Okay, Nicholas was asking the volumes. Are they tick volumes or real volume?
What we see here is the tick volumes. Okay, usually I'm trading Forex, so I got tick volumes. I don't have real volumes in these charts.
Okay, thank you. Thank you guys for your questions. Okay, back to you.
Okay.
Yep.
Let me continue what we see here in this example. I have a before and after picture. So we're starting from the left. We get the up moves right here, moving up. Okay, moving up, moving up. Then we start a bit having some speed indexes and start ranging. So I mark this area, all these areas, support and resistance. This is 5 minutes. Okay. So compared to the previous speed indexes, this is 5.6 and 4.2 stands out. So I'm just waiting to see what happens after this. So after this, I get the first large down wave, volume wave, with nice pip move. So it did not have much hard time to move down. So we're going another one, then we're going back up again. As we go up, you can see as we're going up, that volume is diminishing, the up volume. So smaller and smaller up waves. All right, then another down wave with the price moving easily down, and another one, okay? And here we get another one. So we hit this resistance point and we start going up. But the speed indexes are large again, are 4.2 and 4.4. And this one forming actually is at 7.4. This means to me that we're having a hard time to move up. So what would I do? I will wait because this can keep going for a while, ranging. So I will wait until it breaks this level. And if it breaks this level, it's confirmed that it's a short trade coming out from this history. That's what I'm saying when look left. So what happened after this is that, okay, we kept trying to go up, we never did, and then we broke and the price went down. Okay, let me go to another example. So this is what happened. Okay, that's US 30, 5 minutes. Okay, that's a before picture again. So we're going up, we'll get the first nice down wave. Here, some smaller ones, then we get also some buying here, and we start going up again. And as we go up and start approaching resistance, you can see the volume waves are not that big, but we get a nice up wave at the end approaching resistance. But this up wave has no significant move. Where are we? We're at the top. So we are at the resistance levels. So I would expect that this is selling, not buying. Okay, some people are selling here and the selling will exceed. Let's see what happened. I got this 20.6, okay, which is nothing like that on the up moves here, okay. The largest was a 17. Then this what happened. That was the 20.6 speed index that we had before. We still went up, but again with hard time. We see that 14 here, okay. Then boom, down. So many times we will see this overshoot after this, fake breaks, and then go down. And this will happen. And this is also confirmed by this down wave. So these numbers here, these speed index numbers here, 20.6, 14.5, were confirmed by this. So after this wave, I'll go short. All right. That's another example, a before example. That's 1 hour chart, Australian dollar versus New Zealand. Okay, we're going up. All right, we're looking at the volume wave. So this first volume wave, we see nice volume, but no move. Usually this is what happens when we're at the bottom and this is the first accumulation. Many times we see that, okay? But this is not confirmed until we break this level, okay? Because this could also be more selling. If we break this level, then this is confirmed that this is selling. But in this case, this was the first push up, okay? The first accumulation. So we started going up, and as we go up and we approach resistance, we see again, number one here, wave volume wave, which is not that big, but the speed index is quite high. It's at 35. And the next we see is a nice down wave. Okay, so this confirms that this 30.5 and this here had also selling, and this is confirmed by this wave. So the reaction after that, we are approaching fib. All right, so we need to see what is happening here. As you can see, on the way up after fib, we got again a 30.3 speed index, which is high, okay? So most probably after seeing this seeing the 35, the 23.8 here, and the 30.3 speed index numbers, most probably this fib will not hold and will go down. And this is what happened. Okay, we went down again and we approached another support level. So usually what I do on my trades is I place two orders, and first order has a target of the next support or resistance level. Then I will leave the second order running and just move the stop loss until I see something weird happening. Now let's see this example. This is EJ bouncing on fib. Let's see what is happening in this chart. Looking left, we got a nice up wave with a nice up move, and then we started getting almost nothing as far as volume waves. Okay, so first down wave here with volume, some volume, not much. We're going down again. Down, we hit the fib. All right. So we need to see the reaction on the fib. This is the important. Okay, is this strength that created on this up wave going to continue, or we're going to go down? So as we see, the down move really happened without any significant volumes. Okay, so most probably this fib is going to hold. Then on the last down move here, what I see is a speed index of 31.7, okay, which is quite big compared to the rest. So that means that the price had a hard time to go down, okay? So after it breaks this level that I haven't, where's my mouse here? All right, after it breaks this level, I know, seeing this decreasing volume plus this speed index, that we're going up. So I will place my long after this level here. All right, so first target will be probably here, okay, on the 0 fib line, and then I will let my second order run. Let me go on another example. Okay, this is Australian dollar USD, and this is a bounce on fib again. All right. So let's see what happened here. Starting from the left, after this big downward, started having some volumes up. All right. Then we get this down wave here, not big, but the speed index is 25.1. So it means something is happening here. Okay. So I'll wait for the reaction. And the reaction is still, as you can see, it breaks up. So I follow it, and I'll follow it until this resistance point. After this, hitting the resistance, we start ranging here like that. Then we get a down move, a very fast down move. Okay, this was the volume and this was the move. So that's a fast one. So we need to see what is going to happen on the reaction of this down move. And as you can see, the first reaction, it's this huge up wave volume. Yes, that's a lot of volume, but without the significant price move. And we get a speed index of 30.5. That's an alert for me. Is this the first push up? Is this accumulation again? Or are these guys selling on the up move? Okay, so what I do, I will wait to happen and to see what's going to happen on these levels and on this level. And as you can see, after this move, we have again a down wave. Then the up wave is nothing, and then we break down. So all this up volume that we see as an up volume, it was selling to the up move. All right. The same story. These indicators also work on tick charts. Tick charts are constant volume charts, so there's no need to put the volume indicator. So on the specific example, this is Australian dollar, Japanese yen. This is a 3,500 tick chart, which is about 1 hour, let's say, of ticks. So each volume, it's 3,500 ticks. So if we were to put a volume indicator down here, it would be just same size bars. So let's look at this example, okay? And I will start from the beginning here. We got a nice up wave, okay? We probably hit something here. First of all, the reaction, down wave, no move. We keep going up, okay? Then we start going down again. So this is probably a fib area. I didn't draw the fib, but this is a fib area probably. So we went down. The last wave here has volume, significant volume, nothing like that on the left. Okay, but no price move. So what do? I don't see the speed index with this black thing here, but I will wait for this break. So it went up. Okay. As we keep going, I will focus here where I put also my order. You can see my order on the chart here. Okay, we went up again with nice volume, and then we started getting this. Then we get these down waves, not that huge, okay, not big. So somebody would say, all right, we got this up wave, but okay, the down waves are not that big. So when we hit the fib, we're going to move up. Well, no, this is not the case. This is not what happened here. Okay, we move down to the fib area, but on the way up, we have a very hard time to move up. That's the 31.3 speed index here. Also, we can see here the volume plus the move. So this was a short for me, and that's what I did. That's my order. Okay, I don't think I have any more charts. So just remember a few things. First, remember that large institutions need time to operate because they need to absorb a lot of orders and they have to do it slowly. Otherwise, it will be easily identified. Okay, so we got plenty of time when you see something. And let the price come to you. Be patient. Large institutions rely on your patience to trade. Patience is a virtue. Okay, so basically that was it on this webinar. If we got any questions, Colin. Colin, are you with me? Colin? Let me see if we get... Colin, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm right here. You can hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Sorry about that. My microphone. Go ahead and put your screen share back on.
All right.
Yeah.
So I don't know if anybody has any questions.
Folks in the room are saying thank you. Thanks a lot.
Well, thank you everybody
Welcome.
for listening to me.
Yes. And this is being recorded. You will get an email with the recording in it shortly after this ends. If not, you can email webinars@ampglobal.com to get a copy of that. I've got a question here for you. Do the Weis waves depend on the setting? And if yes, do you teach on how to set the Weis waves on different time frame and instruments?
Of course, they depend. And the trick to the Weis waves is to get the right swings. Too many waves, it's very hard to read. Too few waves, you're missing some details. And the second webinar, I don't know if it's visible. Colin?
Yes, I'm right here.
Okay, so December 2nd, we're going to do the webinar concerning the setup of the Weis Wave on different instruments, okay? Plus, let me just say that the setup on the Weis Wave, on the specific Weis Wave with speed index, which I created, has two options. One is manual, so you can set it up as you like, or it has an auto waves, which decides the waves on the sensitivity that you set up the indicator. But we will show all this stuff on the next webinar.
And that's going to be 7 p.m. European time, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
December 2nd, yeah.
Got it. Okay. Let's see. Andreas wanted to know, is this indicator available freely on MT5 or do they need to contact you to get it?
Well, this indicator is not freely, but they can download it from MT5. They can download the demo.
Okay, from the marketplace on MT5.
Yes, from the market, yes.
Right, okay. Excellent. So yes. All right. Any other questions? Yes, you're welcome, Andreas. Yeah. Any other questions if you have any? Did you did you have MT5 up?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just to show a quick example, maybe. We've still got quite a few folks hanging out here in the webinars, so we can see a real world example of what he's talking about.
Okay, let me just remove them so I can see you can see what I'm talking about. All right.
So this is the EU6, which is the futures version of the EUR/USD. It's the futures version.
So let me put first the PIP wave. So the PIP wave actually has how many bars back you want to load the indicator. Okay, and then from this, so it doesn't, take a lot of CPU power loading the full data downloaded. And then you can decide with this parameter, which is the wave direction change, and this is a difference, this number is in points, okay, or points equals pips times 10 if you do Forex. And if you set the auto difference to false, it means it uses this number that you have set up here. So let me just do that. So we see that thing coming down. Let me also put the volume wave below that. All right. Again, with the same setting, 120 points and false. All right. So now we got the waves on, correct? Then we got three numbers showing on the screen. All right. First, the number at the top or at the bottom, it's the speed index. The other one is the volume right here. And after the dash, it's the pips moved. So this distance, it's 14.5 pips. Okay, and I can show that live. So, all right, so it's 14.5 pips. Okay, so in order how to figure out what's the correct Weis wave, okay, this is the wrong Weis wave. Why? Because we're missing this. Okay, we're missing these details. All right. So what do I do to adjust it? For example, let me take this off. So we'll just change from going from 12 pips or 120 points, make it 4, for example. So we can see more waves, right? And this is what happened. This is a much proper wave. And let me do this on the pip wave too. Same value, 4. Okay. So this is a much better wave. All right. We can see that we're getting the swing highs and lows. Not all of them, but most of them, which is most important. And what I look at usually at the recent history, 3, 4, 5 days. I don't look all the way down to here. I don't care. Okay. So is that good enough?
Oh yeah, no, I think that's really good to see, to be able to see that. I like the way you changed it, so that it reflects more of the details there. Yeah. Everyone in the chat saying thank you.
But let me show you one
Okay.
fast example of what I was saying, that just by looking at this range up here. Okay, let me put this color here. All right, here we have a range, correct? Let me first of all take some of the numbers of, for example, the volume and the pip movement. So from here you can decide the volume type and take the anything else. So I will mark a few things. I hope everybody agrees with me that we are ranging up here. Okay, then look at this. 42. 22. 23. 35. Up here. 28. Correct? So all this, if you see all these speed indices and compare them with the bottom ones of the down waves, you will see that if you add all this up, this is much larger than the bottom speed indices. Okay, what does that mean to me? It means a lot of effort on the up moves, but no the appropriate price move. So most probably this is going to break down, and this is what happened. Okay, this is also visible. For example, it's visible when you compare the wave volume with the pip volume. Sometimes it's not visible, but it's visible from the speed index. Okay, because the speed index has a different algorithm on. So for example, here it's visible. Look at this. This volume and this move. Okay, too much volume, no move. All right, false break up here from this range, and then we start going down. Is that clear?
Yeah, that looks pretty good. Yeah, I like that range marker too that you put in there.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice. I don't think I've used that feature yet to block out a range. And you can take the average of that range, right? So once it breaks out of that range, it should set up for the next move either up or down depending on volume, right?
What I do usually, I wait for the break and make sure that the previous speed index have been justifying the break. Okay, if they're not, then I will not trade it. Meaning, knowing this stuff here, okay, and looking at all the speed index numbers, I am 80% sure that it's going to break down, but I do not trade it until it breaks. Why? For the simple reason that this could be rising for many days, okay? Plus, their opinion might change. Instead of going short, to go long. So the last few waves might be different. So you never know. That's what I'm saying. Read the market, okay? Read what is happening.
Excellent. Any other questions? All right. I'm not seeing anything coming in. So, yep. Everyone says thank you. Very good. So, yeah, you guys tune in for part 2. We're going to send an email out on that. Yeah, Taki, it may be December 3rd instead of the 2nd. If that's is that going to be a problem? Let me know. No.
I don't know yet. I need to tell you.
Okay, I'll keep it December 2nd on the schedule. It's just that we're running 2 at a time, but I think I can do that, so it's not going to be a problem. A. Lee wanted to know if you have a training course that they can subscribe to.
Well, I have a YouTube channel. They can.
Okay, he has a YouTube channel, and it's
a lot of videos. I don't have a training on my site, which let me just show you a bit my site and my blog with I have actual trades. Okay, so this is where the indicators are on this link. Okay, on the MQL5 site. You can download the manuals of the indicators, which are, the manuals are free from the tradethevolumewaves.com, which is my site. And you can also see from my blog where I post trades.
All right, excellent. Yeah, okay. So folks, make sure you take a note of that. TradeTheVolumeWaves.com, and then just look up on the MQL5 Taki's D.
Do you want me to post this stuff somewhere?
Yeah, if you have those links, once you minimize your screen, you can put it in the chat window, or yeah.
Okay, let me put it up. All right, I got these links here.
Yeah.
Okay, my site is here.
There it is.
All
excellent.
Right. So that's my site. That's the blog. Okay. And that's the products on the market of MQL.
Excellent. Excellent. Yep, that all is in the chat. All right, so guys, make sure you copy those.
And if they can also find, this stuff on my site. Also, it has a link on my YouTube channel with several videos.
Excellent. Okay, excellent. If there are any other questions, make sure you copy these links before we close out, and then we'll get you the link to the webinar once it's rendered down for your, so you get a copy of it. I'll send you a copy as well, Taki, and then let me go over the schedule, and I'm going to send you an email later today just to make sure that the 2nd is locked in. Okay. All right, excellent, guys. Thank you so much for attending, and we'll see you at the next webinar. Enjoy the rest of the day, and Taki, thank you again.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, bye now.
Bye-bye.